And tonight, there's finally an arrest in that brutal attack on a conservative volunteer on the campus of UC Berkeley. February 19th, Hayden Williams went to recruit conservative students, and this was the response. Well, it took police 10 days to arrest this man, who is clearly identifiable to anyone who knows him. 28-year-old Zachary Greenberg faces assault and battery charges. Here now for an Ingram Angle exclusive is that victim, Hayden Williams, and his attorney, Harmeet Dillon. Hayden, how you doing?
I've been better, but I'm recovering and all right.
Yeah, you can look at me. Okay. That's all right. You don't do a lot of TV. We really appreciate your joining us, by the way. Hearing that punch to the face, I mean, anyone who's been punched in the face, like whether you were a little kid or an adult, it hurts. Do you think, why did it take so long to find this guy?
Well, I think due process was being followed, which I appreciate that as a constitutional conservative myself. But, you know, I'm grateful that the police did their job and found this guy. But I remain disappointed with UC Berkeley and the fact that they allowed such a culture of intolerance and violence toward conservative viewpoints to grow at Berkeley and even thrive, really. I think
it was an attempt to say, don't try this again, Harmeet. You've represented a lot of people who've been treated terribly just for their viewpoints.
Exactly so.
And what's the next step here?
Well, the next step is that now that he's been arrested, the facts and the investigation get turned over to the prosecutor's office in Alameda County, and they will decide what charges to bring. We've been told, and the bail is set for one count of a felony assault with great bodily harm. As you can see, Hayden has still got a bruise on his face almost 2 weeks after the fact. Now, in previous incidents of great bodily harm assaults on the campus, these incidents have usually been pled out, and the felony charges are often dismissed to a misdemeanor and no time is served. So that's going to be my concern right now, is to make sure that this is treated with the seriousness.
Are you going to file a lawsuit, a civil suit against this guy?
Well, the civil suit usually trails. We don't want to get in the way of the criminal process, and so I think that's really number one. But number two, he appears to be somebody who has a history at UC Berkeley. He's somebody who has worked for the campus for a period of months and also audited classes there. And as Hayden said, it is common for these Antifa-type thugs and people who don't look like Antifa, like this guy, to float around, menace people, throw punches. My clients who are UC Berkeley undergrads have experienced this many times.
Hayden, is this going to stop you from being involved in conservative politics on campus or off?
No, this is only serving to embolden me and reinforce the idea that Leadership Institute and campus reform, that their mission is as important now as ever.
Well, maybe take a little taekwondo, too. I mean, you get hit in the face, you know. I mean, that's a bad deal.
That guy is like twice the size of Hayden, and you know, 10 years.
And do like a little roundhouse kick to the side of the head, knock him down.
Wasn't the first time he did it.
No. This but it's meant to intimidate. This is meant to tell any conservative across the country, don't try this again, because what happened to this young man is going to happen to you. Imagine if it's a young woman.
That's right.
Who wanted to be on campus.
That's right.
Thank you for being here. We really, really appreciate it, and I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks for having me.